Hello everyone, this is Cameron Strader. I'm here to teach you how to make thick, progressive Talamanca style chords for progressive trance or melodic progressive house, whatever you want to call it. Let me first bring this down. 26, that's good. It sounds like this. Alright, and that's just the sound on its own without any effects on the mixer channel, as you can see. So what we want to do is first grab this, add in a new instance of Spire. You'll open up an init preset. Go to voicing and select 16. Alright. And for the first oscillator, we are going to stay pretty simple actually. You're going to bring the... First off, let's listen to what this sounds like as an init preset. Okay, really loud. I guess I'll have to bring it down. Sounds pretty bad. So what we're going to do is bring this to 6 voices, just because it works. And that sounds just really fucked up, so we'll bring this to the density on the first oscillator, all the way up. Already sounds a lot better. And the width, about a little bit above 3 o'clock should work. And we don't want a lot of detuning in these chords, so bring it down a bit. Like that. And then on the Control A, we're modifying the waveform itself now. We'll just bring it up a little bit, like that. And then on the wavetable mix, we'll bring it up a little bit here. Just modifies, this is like manual phasing basically, because the phasing on Spire sounds kind of weird, so we're not going to do that. We'll just do Control A and Control B. Alright, so that changes the waveform a bit. It sounds just right. Right, and then on envelope 1, which is basically your master ADSR, you're gonna leave your sustain all the way up, and then you're going to bring the release up a little bit. So now you'll have something like this. It's a good way of showing what the release does, is to just bring it up and down while you're listening to your sound. And we're going to give this a bit of a punch, because these are supposed to be really punchy. So we're going to bring the decay up to somewhere around halfway. Alright, sounds nice. Then we'll go over to oscillator 2. Right, and then on oscillator 2, we will bring that up to right here, and it's going to sound all fucked up. Right? For this one, we'll also have 6 voices, again, just because it sounds right. We're on the waveform, by default, waveforms are always saw waves, but you have a nice wavetable here to choose from. And WT mix means wavetable mix, so if we bring that up, that'll change to a sine, just to show how that works. We're going to choose, and I already said that, we're going to choose organ 3, right? So that's not going to change anything straight off the bat. We've got niche. But you'll notice that if we bring the wavetable mix up a little bit, that it starts changing to the organ, which looks like that. We only want that a little bit because the goal here is to just really distort the shit out of this saw wave. We want something that looks like a saw wave, okay? So just like a line going upwards, but we just want to distort the fuck out of it. So that's what the organ does. And then to add a little bit more distortion, we're going to do some phasing again. So Control A, then Control B, bring it down a bit, and then we'll bring density and width all the way up, and detuning will be pretty far down. And you'll have some that sounds like this. Sounding pretty good. So now you need to go over to your effects or modulation, select Perfecto, and you'll get something like this. Oh crap, this needs to be reset. You'll have something like this. For whatever reason, this is like up by default. I really hate it. We're going to be doing it, but still. It'll sound like that. So you can already hear a bit of a punch. We're going to keep the cutoff right there, actually, even though you can hardly hear anything as is. On envelope 3, down here, you want to select cutoff 1. It's amazing. I was just bitching about it, but we're still doing it. Bring it just up to right there, so in between 2 and 3 o'clock, or right at 2. Okay, and then you'll bring your decay and release pretty high up, and like just above half, or in between half and all the way up. Got 7. You can look right here, and it'll tell you what value you're at. 735. If you look up at that bar that I was just moving my mouse on, you want to have the same value for your decay and your release, so 735. And then we'll select, and make sure you're listening to the sound as you're doing this, so you can tell what you're doing. So for the second mod envelope, you're going to select cutoff 1 again, and first up it sounds like this right now. You'll bring this one up just a little bit, like right at 1 o'clock, if that. It adds a ton of punch to it, alright? The next thing that we're going to do is go over to envelope 4. We're going to bring, first off, select cutoff 1 again on filter. Bring the sustain just down for now. We'll listen to this as we change it. And this one will be at around 2 or 3 o'clock. So about right there, I guess. And then this one you'll mod the decay and the sustain. So the decay will be a little bit below halfway, and the sustain will be somewhere between halfway and then 0. Just like that. Now we'll go to envelope 2. And you'll, for the first one, click oscillator 1, select oscillator 1 pitch, and then oscillator 2 pitch. Bring the sustain all the way down because, again, for whatever reason, it's up by default. This is going to really add punch to the chords because, again, this is supposed to be a really punchy sound. We're going to add, first off, this needs to be up just by a little bit. Pay attention to your value. We're at 590 right now. I'll click. And these two need to be the same on amount, so 590, I guess, here. Actually, I suppose I can do about 604. 604. Anyways, these just need to be the same. And then you'll bring the decay up to where until you just hear a bit of a click. I don't know how to explain it. It just adds some punch to it. Okay. The best way of showing what it does is to just bring this all the way up. Okay, so they're both basically at 615. For whatever reason, the second one wouldn't go to 615, so I just put it at 619. And that's basically the sound. Actually, no, it's not. There's one more important thing you need to do. Go on your effects, go to SHP, which is basically just distortion of various kinds, and select DCM, which means decimate, and bring your dry wet. First off, you're going to notice what this does right away. As soon as we change the SHP rate, or S rate, whatever, you want to bring the rate down to around 630, 640, probably 635. First off, you want to actually be able to hear it, so bring dry wet up. I'm an idiot. And that's the last part of it, basically. Just a little bit of distortion. Probably bring the volume of it down a bit because it's going to be a really loud synth in the end. And then if you want, you can add some reverb and delay. So I'll just do that real quick. Bring some width up on it, feedback. The delay that I had on this one was 3/16 and an 1/8. So sounds like this. The 3/16 is basically a 1/4 dotted note. So, and then reverb you just play with really. Got a nice bit of decay. There you go, that's pretty much the synth. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you found it useful. I will have my next tutorial for uplifting trance up hopefully pretty soon. I've been, again, dealing with horrible chronic pain issues. Recently had to replace my laptop. I'm looking forward to doing more recordings now. So keep an eye out. Thanks for watching. See ya.